show me what you're made of. Boy, make me believe. Whoa, hold up, girl, don't you know you're beautiful? And it's easy to see. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. So come on, ride with me, see where this thing goes. Come on, ride with me, baby, if it's meant to be. Maybe we do, maybe we don't, maybe we will, maybe we won't. But if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. Sing it, baby. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, just let it be. Let's go. So won't you ride with me, see where this thing goes. If it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be, if it's meant to be, it'll be, it'll be. Baby, if it's meant to be. Hand in my hand, you said look pretty, you so devious. Rode in from a windy city, yeah. I ain't got a clear view. Tell me what you want me to do, and you tell me every single secret in your mind. Come on, baby, we got nothing but time. You said I'm too young for you. You're scared I'm too right for you. You say you hate the smell of cigarette smoke. You only used to smoke when you drank. When you lived in Chicago and chilled where the wind blows. I wish I'd known you in your wilder days. Now here we go. You got me falling in love again. You got a secret, I wanna keep it. I wish I'd known you in your wilder days. The way you move your hands across my body, I'm kissing you in a hotel lobby. Baby, I don't wanna lose this feeling. You're giving me something to believe in. And who were you before I knew your name? Were you drunk in me?
Justin Shores en die res van die Shaw familie. Voordat ons begin met die veiling wil ek net vir Rustin vra om net vir ons te open en vir almal net te verwelkom en dan gaan ons aangaan met die afkondigings van die veiling en hoe die veiling gaan hardloop vandag. Daar sê baie dankie Rustin.
Goeiemôre dames en here. Good morning. Morning ladies and gentlemen. I'm getting a lesson here how to talk on these things. Morning ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Grassfields Beef 4th November auction. Thank you for making the time to come out here today to support us. We really do appreciate it. And I'm going to start with Bible reading and a verse. This comes out of Angus. He wrote this piece, and this is the piece that I read this morning, and I thought it was apt for the times. Faith in the midst of difficulties. Now faith is a substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. For by its elders obtained a good testimony of faith, we understand that the worlds were framed by the word of God, so that things which are seen were not made of things which are visible. God runs a costly school, and many of the lessons he teaches are learned through tears, tears of sorrow. If you want more faith, I will introduce you to the school of sorrow. It is there in sorrow that faith is learnt. You don't learn faith when everything is going well. You cannot learn it then because you don't need faith when everything in your life is going well. It's usually only when the wheels start to fall off that you say, please Lord, help me, and he steps in. This happened to Peter when he was walking on the water. He was fine. It was only when he started sinking that he cried out, Jesus, help me. And the Lord immediately lifted him out of the water. A man asked me the other day if I had ever thought about the fact that Jesus must have walked with Peter back to the boat. When talking about the story, we always stop at a point where the Lord lifts Peter up out of the water. Well, the Lord walked with him back to the boat, I'm sure, or back to the shore, to dry land. Whichever way it happened, Jesus rescued Peter. He didn't leave him to drown. That day, Peter's faith grew a little more. All the topics we have explored during this year in this devotion geared to help you as you seize the day. They are meant to help you live out your faith so that you will be ready, well prepared as we move towards the end of the age. Faith is in the midst of suffering. Difficulties is one of the most important characteristics that a Christian needs to have. Faith gives us hope. You cannot have hope without faith. Please close your eyes in prayer. Father, thank you that you do not leave me when I am floundering. You are there when I call out to you, just like you were for Peter. Increase my faith, I pray. Strengthen me by your Spirit and live life characterized by faith and hope. Amen. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to thank a few people and that made this day possible. Let me just get to the point, yeah? Okay, first of all, I'd like to thank all the buyers, of course, that have made the time to come here today, and all our online buyers. Thank you very much for thank you for supporting us. Via Kabia, Alicia, Heinrich, dankie. Dankie vir al julle support en dankie dat julle by elke veiling is en al ons support heel pad met with advice and everything. We appreciate it. Voormal, Jackie, dankie. Thanks for your sponsor ook. Jackie is helping to pay for the refreshments here today. We really do appreciate your sponsor and thank you for your product that you supply for us. To my staff, abantombazane sekhishini, ngibonga kakhulu nomsebenzi yethu ukuthi kwenzele khona lapha namhlanje. Sibonga kakhulu ngokonke okwenzayo. Ngaphandle kwalomsebenzi wendali wenyaka lonke, konke amanyaka esebenzela kithi ngiyabonga kakhulu. Abantu laba ngaphandle abasebenzela kithi, Tumsan, Qolan, Langwan, ngiyakusha amagama ngeke ngikusha bonke amagama. Usiyabonga no kwani no bonke laba besebenzela kithi. Ngiyabonga ngemisebenzi yethu. Ngeke sikwazi ukusebenza ingekho nonke. Lo msebenzi ukwenzayo ukwenze kahle. Ngiyawazi khona amalanga ukuthi ngilwe, ngiyaxolisa ngalamalanga ukuthi kodwa siyaqhubeka. Siyaqhubeka ngijabula ngalokho ngemisebenzi yethu. Ngiyabonga ukuthi sifika lapha namhlanje. Ngiyabonga. To Simon's guys as well. Laba Simon, laba besebenzele Kabelo, bonke ngiyabonga kakhulu ngemisebenzi yethu futhi ngiyabonga. Jacobus, dankie. And then Oupa, Oma, baie dankie vir alles wat julle doen. Nie net op die veiling nie, reg deur die jaar. Laat ek Oupa jou kan jou bel enige tyd vir goed wat ek mee sukkel, kom help jy, gaan haal dit. Dankie Ouma. ook vir alles wat julle doen. Ons waardeer dit regtig opreg. Meerkat, Ian, Marianne, Mardi, thanks guys, I appreciate. We hope you guys work hard today. Thank you very much for everything. Eh? Then Mickey, my vrou, Mickey, baie dankie, ek lief vir jou. Dankie vir al jou werk. Dankie dat jy opsit met al my nikke en dinge. Maar dankie, ek waardeer baie. And then Simon, Gareth, thanks guys, SHM and Gareth, auctioneer, appreciate you guys, and we've walked a long road together already, and it's, yeah, we appreciate it very much. Hipra, dankie, Shaal, dankie dat julle hier is vandag, en waardeer het, dankie vir julle produkte, hulle werk goed, we appreciate it very much. And then I've already said thank you to all the buyers. We appreciate it. And I think we're going to I'll give you a bit of an outline. We're going to sell the bulls first, thereafter the females. All the bulls have been tested for fertility, tested for trig, tested for CA. All the animals on the sale have been tested for or BM in Afrikaans. And all clear. All the animals that are pregnant have been pregnancy tested. They are pregnant 7 or 8 days ago. Rudolf, our vet. Baie dankie, Rudolf. Daar's iemand wat ek vergeet het. And he's a huge part of our farming. And thank you for all your work. We really do appreciate it. It's so important to have a good relationship with the vet that works in your farming industry. It's probably one of the guys that I speak to the most about my farming. I probably phone him every second day. Thank you for that. And then also, animals have been preg tested. Every single cow here has been mouthed by Rudolf. Caught in the neck clamp, opened their mouth, checked them, every single one, even the calves. That was now on Friday. The cattle have been on this premises for over 28 days, so you can see the quarantine measures that we've taken to keep the cattle here. So we strive to give people cattle that are clear of foot and mouth or any other diseases. The other thing, that's basically it. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to give over to Gareth now, and he carries on with his announcements, and then we'll carry on with the sale. Thank you.
Nou sê kom ons gee lekker aan die Kaplever Aston Show en sy familie, dames en here, ladies and gentlemen. Dit is baie harde werk om so veiling by mekaar te sit, ladies and gentlemen. Voordat ons begin, laat ek myself net voorstel. My naam is Gareth Hughes en ek tree op vandag as julle afslaer. Ek tree op namens Grassfields Beef, Aston Show, familie, SHM en Meerkat aanlyn. Ekskuus.
Sorry, but there's one thing of Zondi, Ngiyabonga and Taban, Ngiyabonga Kulu, utukhona lapha namhlanje futhi. They're from our farmers group, and it's the Malusi Mbata Farmers Group that we have a Farmers Day every year, and they represent that. And every year we have a Farmers Day for up and coming farmers, and they are the representatives for that group. And we thank you guys for being here today. And the name with the Farmers Day is named after Malusi Mbata, who was unfortunately taken before his time. And that's the reason why. And he actually created the whole Farmers Day. We thank you that you guys are also here.
Right, thank you, Rustin. We still strictly according to the conditions of sale, ladies and gentlemen, wat in jou catalogus gedruk is, jou verkoopvoorwaardes wat in die agterkant van jou catalogus gedruk is, ons het verkoop streng volgens hulle. Dames en here, ladies and gentlemen, hier is 'n bietjie mooi duidelik. As ek of een van die spotters vandag of Meerkat 'n fout maak, ek is die afslaer die reg om my lot weer op te veil. En indien laat ons 'n bod toeslaan op twee verskillende kopers. Dit gebeur nou en dan. Ek is die afslaer die reg om my lot weer op te veil. show. Dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen, with our online, welcome to all our buyers online with Meerkat. Baie dankie for tuning in with us there. Met dit gesê het ons insetpryse vandag op die 3 jaar oud bulle. Our starting prices on the 3-year-old bulls is 40,000. Op die 2 jaar oud bulle 35 is die beginprys. Op die koeie met kalvers is die beginprys 18,000, op die pregnant cows at 17,000. On the bulls, the increments will run as follows. From 35, the next bid will be 38, 40, 42, 45, 48, 50. At 50,000, the bid increments change to 5,000s. In other words, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90. And then at 90,000, we take 10,000 rand bids. 90, 100, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200. And then at 200, we'll see how fast the bidding goes. We'll either stay in 10,000s or we'll change to 20 and 30,000 rand increments if the bidding comes rapidly in after 200. On the pregnant cows and calves, and the pregnant cows, the bid increments will be running in 500 rand bid increments today. So in other words, 18, 18,5, 19, 19,5, 20, 20,500, 21, 21,5, 22. All right, and so we'll go on. And if we hit 30,000, we might change to 1,000 rand increments, maar ek sal afkondig voordat ek dit doen. All right, everyone happy? Asseblief na die veiling praat met ons, sê wanneer gaan julle laai, wat se dag, wanneer, wat se tyd, asseblief praat met ons of die kantoor of my pa Simon. Kom ons sê 'n lekker hande klap vir elkeen van julle wat hier is en Rustin en almal wat hard gewerk het om hierdie veiling te maak. Right, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 1 comes into the ring for the lap. We start you off, ladies and gentlemen, with one of the drought master bulls of Grassfields Drought Masters, Sire Grassfields 18,123. I'm going back to 14. I'm going back to Considerators 08386, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen. Die bulls se eie maas in te kalfperiode is 374 days, ladies and gentlemen, over 9 calves. Milk figure of 112, 122 op speen, gewig na speen 121, ladies and gentlemen. Here's a bull, ladies and gentlemen, that's going to give you growth, weight, and weeness. Look at the capacity, look at the beef he carries, look at the width. Ladies and gentlemen, on sale today, the first bull goes on at 40,000, asking 42. And 40,000 here in 40, 40 here, 40,000 red, and now 40,000 here in 40 and 40 and 40, 40 here, 40,000 red, and now 40,000 here in 40 and 40,000 red, 40,000 here in 40 and 40 and 40,000 red, and now 40,000 here in 40, 40 here, 40,000 red, asking 2, and now 40, 40 here, 40,000 red, 2, and now 42,000 red, at 40,000 here in 42, and 42,000 here in 42, and 42, and 42,000 red, asking 45, and now 42, 42, 45,000 by Meerkat, and now 45,5 here in 45 in 8, and now 48,000 here at 48,000 here in 48, asking 50,000 go, and now 48,000 there, and now 48 here in 48,000 there, and now 48,000 money here 40, 8 in 48,000, 50,000 there, and now 50,000 here in 50, and 5, and 55,5 here in 55,000 there, and 55, and 5, and 5, and 55,000 there, asking 60,000 go, and now 55,5 in 55,000 there, and now 50,000 here in 55, asking 60, and now 55,5 in 54,000 red, and now 55,5 here in 54,000 red, asking 60,000 go, and now 55,5 here in 54,000 on 50, 55,5 here in 50,000 red, and now 55,5 here in 54,000 once, and 55,5 here in 50,000 twice, and all out and all done for 55,000. 60 amper met die hammer. 60 asking 5, sir. And 60 here up 60, better 60, and 60, and 60,000 bid. And now 60 here up 60, better 60, and 60,000 on here up 60, better 60,000 bid, asking 5, sir. And now 60,000 here in, better 65, 5 here in, better 65,000 bid. Just think. Wie dink nou net hoe swaar is hy kalvers nie. Daai ekstra 5,000 wat jy nou gaan gee, gaan jy opmaak op jou kalvers. En sy hele produksie, better 60,000 red, en nou 60, jy weet self. En nou sy hele produksie, better 60,000 red, en nou 60 hier in, better 60,000 red, once, twice, all out, all done, get yourself vir 60,000 vir die eerste, tweede, derde, all out and all done. For the 60,000, thank you very much. Dankie ZL Boerdery by number 220 op Meerkat. My onderweë, Awie, dankie vir jou help, ek waardeer hom mater. Weer Nel boerdery by my donkey. Right on to the next lot, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, what a bull. One, two, one, two, one, two, one, two. Beter. Daar is hy by donkey, Diabonga Kulu. Right on to the next lot, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 2, side, going back to Grassfields, 19169, and the likes of 1625 GRB. On the AM side, going back to Valleys, 1073, ladies and gentlemen. It's a AM Mars and Kalf Broeder, 381 days of 8 calves, ladies and gentlemen. 101, 109 on milk, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the thickness of this bull, the beef he carries, right size, right type, and kykie lengte van die bull, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen, and masculinity. And bit of one cell trade, bit of 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40, and 40 and 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40, and 40 pounds a bit, and 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40 pounds a bit, and I'm 40 here, bit of 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40 pounds a bit, and I'm 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40, and 40 and 40 and 40 here, bit of 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40 pounds a bit, and I'm 40 here, 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40 pounds a bit, and I'm 40 here, bit of 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40, and 40 and 40 and 40 here, bit of 40, 40, bit of 40, and 40 pounds a bit, and I'm 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40 and 40 and 40 and 40, 40, bit of 40, bit of 40. And 40, 40, 40, hit up at 40, bit of 40 pounds a bit, and I'm 40 and 40 and 40, hit up at 40, bit of 40, and the rotation here, bit of 40, 40, hit up at 40, bit of 2, and 42 pounds a bit, and I'm 42, 2, good bit, hit up at 42, and 42 pounds a bit, at 2, and the rotation here, bit of 42, and 2, and 2, and 42 pounds, and I'm hit up at 40, bit of 2, 2, good bit, hit up at 42 pounds, and asking 5, and I'm 42, 2, good bit, hit up at 42, and 42 pounds a bit, at 2, and the rotation asking 45, and I'm 42, 2, good bit, hit up at 42 pounds, and I'm 42, and 2, and 2, and 42,000. Hit up at 40, bit of 2, 2, gonna be hit up at 42,000 a bit, and 42,000 once, and 42, 2, gonna be hit up at 42,000 twice, and all out and all done for a 42,000, all out and all done. By Donkey, by number 16, we do appreciate it. Right, on to the next lot, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 3. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me. On to the first Grassfields bull. GDT index of 188. A scrotal circumference of 42. Dames here, ladies and gentlemen. And winning. His winning weight was 245 kgs. Dames here, ladies and gentlemen. He's Dongoroy. He's Moy, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the growth capacity on this bull. Unbelievable. You tell me. And 40, and 40, 40, 40 pounds a bit. If you're 40, 40, 40, and 40 pounds a bit. If you're 40 and 40 and 40 and 40, 40, hit up at 40, 40 pounds a bit, and I'll feel up placing here, 40, 40, hit up at 40, 40, and 40 and 40 and 40, 40, hit up at 40, asking 2, and I'm 40 pounds a bit, and I'll feel up placing here, 40, 40, hit up at 40, 40 and 40 and 40, 40, 40, 40, hit up at 40, 40 pounds a bit, asking 2, and I'll feel up placing here, 40, 40, hit up at 40, 40. Manne, ek seker julle het almal koeie by die huis. En ek dink julle vrouens gaan baie happy wees as julle self agter die koeie moet aanloop. Nommer 1. Nommer 2, die kwaliteit wat voor julle staan. Wys julle ook. 40,000 asking 2, and 40, 40, hit up at 40, but about 40,000 a year, and the other place near him, but 40 and 40 and 40, hit up at 40, but about 40, and 40 and 40 and 40, hit up at 40, but about 40, and 40 and 40 and 40,000 a bit, Aubrey, and 40,000 a year, if the other place near him, but about 40. If you want to get the advice, you got to buy bulls today too, and 40, 40, hit up at 40, but about 40,000 a year, and I'm the other 40 and 40 and 40 here, him, but about 40, 40, hit up at 40, but about 40 and 40 and 40,000 a year, laat hy net uitgaan, not so, ladies and gentlemen. Absolute minimum 40. We cannot go lower than that. Julle weet self wat die beespryse is. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Die voorblad bull kom nou in die ring. Die voorblad bull van die appetentie, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here. Comes into the At a winning weight of 300 kgs, ladies and gentlemen, GDT index of 144, scrotal index of 42.5, dames here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here, don't make any mistakes, look at the growth potential, kyk die breedte, die ongelooflike agterkwart wat afkom op hierdie bull, ladies and gentlemen, what a bull, don't make any mistakes. And baby number 40, and 40,000 breed, and 40,000 40, number 40, number 40,002, and now 42,000 breed, and 42, number 42, and 42,000 breed, and 20,000, number 45, 48,000, number 48, and now 48,000, 50, number 50, number 5, and now 55, 5, number 55, number 60, number 60, number 5, and now 65, and 5, and 5, and 65, 5, number 65, and 65, 5, number 65, 64,000, and now 5, vision, number 65, 5, number 65, and now 65, 5, asking 70, and now 65, and 5, and 5, and 65, number 50, 65, 65, 65,000, once, twice, all out, all done, yourself at 65,000, 70,000 online. 70,000, what a bull, 70,000, asking 5, and 70, and 70, unfortunately, so when the cows do that at home too, I don't know what you're going to do. At 70,000, 70,000 online. At 70,000 here, in 70, and 70, and 70, and 70,000, and 70,000, and 70,000, asking 5. At 70,000 here, in 70, and 70, and asking 5. And on 70, at 70,000 here, in 70, 70, 70 here, in 70, and 70, and 70, 70 here, in 70, 70, 70, chicken here, in 70, asking 5. And on 70,000 here, in 70, 70, 70 here, in 70,000 here, and on 70,000 here, in 70, 70 here, in 70, and 70,000 here, and 70,000 here, in 70 once, and 70, 70, 70 here, in 70,000 twice, and all out and all done for 70,000, all out and all done. At 70,000 by Duncan Lane by number 220 ZL Boudre, we do appreciate it. The Nel family, thank you very much. My onderbeheers bo en onder baie dankie vir julle help. Ladies and gentlemen, they get better and better. Lot number 5, winning weight 270 kgs with a GDT index of 106, ladies and gentlemen. 39.5 scrotum on lot number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Donker, bloedrooie bull, dames, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here, you tell me, 40,000 asking 2, and 40 hit up 40. Look at the capacity, and 40 hit up 40, 40 and 40 hit up 2, 45, and now 48,000 here, and 48, 50,000, 5, and now 55, 55, and 60, 60, 60, and 60,000 a bit, asking 5, so. And I'll secure about 16, but 60, 60, yes, boss. And I'll secure about 16, but 60,000 a bit. And then 16, secure about 16, but 60, secure about 16, but 60, and 60,000 a bit. And then 60,000, but 60, secure about 16, but 60 once and twice and all out and all done for the 60,000 for the eerste. Tweede, derde maal all out and all done. So for the 60,000 by Donkey RV by number 24. By Donkey PWS Boerdery, we do appreciate it in Drienes Wereld. Thank you, sir. On to lot number 6. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on to lot number 6. Have a look here. Nice Indicus type, smooth coated, good hair quality on this bull, ladies and gentlemen. Wean weight of 255 and a scrotal circumference of 41.5 arms here, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foto maak hier. Look at the quality, look at the size, dames here, ladies and gentlemen. He's polled, he's a punner by the looks of it as well. You tell me, kyk hoe maklik beweeg hy hier in die ring, dames here, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foto maak hier. He wean 255 kgs. You be the decipher. And 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40 pounds a bit. And 40 and 40, 40, 40, 40 and 40 and 40 pounds a bit. And 40 here, 40, 40, 40 pounds a bit. And 40 here, 40, 40 gram, 40, 40, 40 and 40 and 40 asking too. And I'm 40 here, 40, 40, 40. Kyk na die back op hierdie bal. And 40, 40 pounds a bit. And 40 here, 40, 40 and 40 pounds a bit. 40 here, 40, 40 and 40 and 40 and 40 here, 40 asking too. 40 pounds a bit. And 40 here, 40, 40 and 40 and 40 and 40 and 40 here, 40 asking too. And 40 and 40 and 40, 40 here, 40, 40, 40. Ek dink kom ons sit hom net een kant van nou. Not so, ladies and gentlemen. Ek kan dit nie glo nie. For our South African climate, this would be the perfect bull. Look at his hair quality, ladies and gentlemen. He's just got enough touch to him of Indicus blood, ladies and gentlemen, with lots of growth potential to him. Ek dink julle maak 'n fout hierso op hierdie bull, né? Right, ladies and gentlemen, the bull we've all been waiting for. Lot number 7 comes into the ring. Sire Medell, 18-4-7, ladies and gentlemen, going back to 11-2-4-3, Considerata. On the ram side, coming out of a cow with a 377 intercalving period over 3 calves. Dit is vrugbaarheid. Onhoudswaarde 115, 109 on milk, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foto maak nie. Right size, right type. Look at the balance in this bull. Look at the capacity. Moenie foto maak nie, manne. Hier is julle kans. On sell the way we go, ladies and gentlemen, 40 pounds and 40 here, 40 pounds and 40 pounds and 2 and 45 and 45 45 and 45 pounds a bit, 45 5 here, 45 pounds a bit, and 45 and 5 and 5, 45 pounds a bit, and 45 here, 45 and 45 pounds a bit. 45 and 8 and 48 pounds a bit and 50 50 pounds a bit and 50 and 50 and 50 pounds a bit and 50 place in the year 50 and 50 and 3 selling goods and 50 pounds a bit and 55 boer yes a gevat boer 55 and now 60 and 60 5 and 65 65 and 65 5 and 70 here 75 and 75 5 75 pounds a bit and now 75 and 5 and 5 and 75 75 pounds a bit and now 75 and 5 and 5 and 75 your boy and now 75 asking 80 on 5 and now 85 and 85 5 85 and 85 pounds a bit and 85 5 85 asking 90,000 to go and now 85 5 on the floor and now 85 5 asking 90,000 and now 85 5 85 pounds a bit and now pink top position here 85 asking 90,000 on the phone and now 1990 hier about 90 better 90,000 bit and now 1990 so like 5 weer help Excel 95 op wat as jy wil and now 1990 here about 90 better 90,000 a bit and now 1990 here about 19 better 90,000 bit and now 1990 here about 90 better 90,000 a bit and now 90 on the phone asking 95 and now 1990 here about 90 better 90,000 a bit and 1990 here about 90 better 90 and 90 and 90,000 once and 90,000 twice and all out and all for 90,000 sold for 90,000 by dankie meneer by number 23 Wim Nikki by dankie ons waardeer hy is tegen gekoop well done he was my pick on the sell as well by number 23
On to
Excellent, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 8 comes into the ring. Have a look here. Side, going back to Grassfields, 1625 GRB, Dame, ladies and gentlemen. Intercalving period van sy maand, 391 days, dames and here, ladies and gentlemen. This is vrugbaarheid, the moenie foute maakie. Look at the weight, look at the hindquarter, look at the growth, you tell me. And 40 here, but 40,000 a bit. If you're not the engineering, but 40 here, but 40,000 a bit. And 40 here, but 40 here, but 40,000 a bit. And 2, and now 42, going to be here, but that's and now 42 going to be about 42,000 a bit. It's twin verification here in 42 and 2 and 42,000 a bit. And twin verification here in 42 going to be about 42,000 a bit. And 42 and 2 here in going to be about 42 and 42,000 a bit. Twin verification asking 45 and now 42 going to be about 42,000 a bit. 42,000 a bit. Twin verification once, twice, all out, all done. For the 2,000, if I may do so, sir. 42,000, thank you very much. In the buy number 30. Koper number 30, bye, dankie. Freedom, congratulations, well done from Carlton's area, well done Freedom, congratulations. Right, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 9 is on track. We're on to lot number 10, ladies and gentlemen. Weer eens 'n bil met ongelooflike balans, ladies and gentlemen. Look at van sy sitbene reg voor tot agter op bo op sy rug, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foute maak nie. GDT index van 193, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foute maak nie. He's got growth, he's got width, he's got beef, he's a bull and a half. And we're going to be 40,000 a bit, 40,000 here, 42, and 42,000 a bit, 24,000 here, 42, and 2 here, 42,000 a bit, and 42,000 a bit, 24,000 here, 42, and 42, and 2 here, 42,000 a bit, asking 45, and 42, going to be 42,000 a bit, 42 now, and 42,000 a bit, and 24,000 here, 42, going to be 42 and 42 and 2 and 42,000 once, twice, all out, all done. Got yourself for 42,000, but yes, it's tweeted out, all out, all done. Well, may do that. Thank you, sir. We do appreciate it. Bye, Donkey RV. Bye number 25. 24. Bye number 24. Thank you, sir. 42,000. He goes out onto lot number 11, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here. Double met baie kapasiteit, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen, ongelooflike agterkwart op hom. Here's a tank and a half, ladies and gentlemen. Winning weight 250 kgs, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foute maak, hier staan hy, kyk hy breedte, van voor tot agter. Look at the beef he carries, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me, 40,000, I'm asking too. And 40 here, but 40,000 a bit, and 40 here, but 40, freedom here, you shouldn't miss. And 40 here, but 40,000 a bit, and 40 here, but 40 here, and 40 and 40 and 40 and 40 and 40,000 a bit, and 42 going to be 42,000 a bit, and 20,000 here, 42,000 on the 40, 42 going to be 42,000 a bit, and 20,000 here, 42 and 2 and asking 5, and now 42 going to be 42,000 a bit, and 2 and 2 42,000 once, twice, all out, all done. Self for a in 40,000 vir die eerste tweede derde maal, all out, all done. Sold for 42 by number 24. Thank you very much. Much appreciated, sir. Oh, have a look here. He's a meat machine, ladies and gentlemen. Winning weight 235, scrotal of 41 centimeters, ladies and gentlemen. Kyk hoe breed is hy van agter tot voor. Unbelievable, ladies and gentlemen. Look how nice he moves around. Die lengte van lyf op hierdie bul. Ladies and gentlemen, look at that prepotency. Look at the masculinity. He's a beef machine. Number 9 for him with number 40 and 40,000 a bit. At 40,000 here, 40 here, 40 and 40,000 on here, 40 here, 40. Check here, 40 and 40 asking, and now 40 here, 40,000 a bit, and 40 here, 42. 42,000 a bit, 24,000 here, 42, 42, and 42,000 a bit, asking 45 off, no, and 42 and 2. 42, 42,000 weer. At 42,000 hierdie, 42, asking 45, and 42. 42,000 bid once, and 42 hierdie, 42,000 all out. Under silver 42,000, but he is a tweeted out all out, all out. So for 42, thank you very much, and that bidder number is by number. Angus Quibus, Gragas. By number 18, by Donkey Quibus, ons waardeer. By number 18, buys, good buying, sir, what a tank. Quibus Kombrink, thank you very much, sir, we do appreciate it. Kombrink Boerdery, well done, sir, congratulations. Right on to the next one, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 13, have a look here. Hi, ladies and gentlemen, look at the length of this, unbelievable, one of my favorites as well. Sire Grassfields 1947, going back to Grassfields 16 for D2. The Ram side coming out of a cow with an ICP of 370, a Grand Dam of 393. She was an elite gold cow in 2025. Ladies and gentlemen, moenie foute maak, die kalf groei 115, ladies and gentlemen, 110. And here's the bull that's going to breed you winners, ladies. Masculinity, kyk die breedte op sy back, dames en heren, voor tot, look how nicely he moves. On sale, we did in 40,000 bid. 40,000 here in 40, 42,000 bid. 42 and 2 and 2 in 42,000 bid. 24,000 and 42 and 2 and 2 here in 1,000 bid. At 24,000 here in 42 and 2 and 2 and 42 here in 42,005. Now 45 by 4. Now 45 by here in 48,000 bid. And now 48 and 8 and asking 50,000, sir. And now 48, 8 here in 48, 48, 48,000 bid. Asking 50 and 48,000 on here. 48,000 bid. Asking 50,000. Go. And now 48, 8 and 8 here in 48. Ain't gonna be here 48,000 once, twice, and 50, 50, 50, 55. And 55 and 5. And 55, 5 here in 55. And 50,000 bid. Ask 60 and 60,000. Number 60, 60, 60, and 60,000 bid, and 60 number 60, but ek hoop dit ook al gehoor. 65 line. Die lengte van 'n bees is ook gewig, weet jy dit? Die ekstra 5,000 wat jy nou betaal, met daai ekstra wat hy op jou kalder sit, is ook gewig. 65 asking 70, sir. 65 asking and 65 reading 65,000 a bid, 65 reading 65 and 65,000 a bid, asking 70 and 65 reading 65,000 once, twice, all out, all under silver 65,000 a bid, tweede derde all out and 70 and 70,000 reading 70 reading 70. Ek net bly iemand het vir my geluister. And now 70 reading 70,000 a bid, 70,000 reading 70 and 70 and 70 75 reading 75 and 75,000 a bid and 75 and 75 75,000 a bid. Looks like 100,000 rand bill to me. And 75 75,000 a bid. And 75,000 here in 75 75,000 a bid. 75 and 5 and 5 and 75 here in 75 and 75,000 a bid. And 75 and 5 and 5 and 75 once, twice, all out, all done, gonna sell for 75,000. Sold for 75,000. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. By number 211. Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate it. Well done. Baie dankie meneer Becker, ons waardeer. Baie dankie aan my onderbeheers daarbo en Freedom. Thank you very much. Baie dankie, ons waardeer. Lekker dag verder vir julle. Right, on to the next ones, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here. On to lot number 14. Lot number 14, ladies and gentlemen, comes into the ring. Have a look here. Ween weight, 260 kg. Scrotal, 39 centimeters, ladies and gentlemen, diameter. Weer eens 'n bil met lengte. Ons vra net vir 'n bietjie geduld, hy gaan nou inkom. Onthou net, as ons dorp toe gaan ook, dan dink ons wil 'n bietjie gaan kuier. Dan sit jy ook maar 'n bietjie vas. Dan jy is 'n dop, Apollo, is jou skoene. Uncle Richard, I know for a fact when your young days, the nicknames were given out, weren't they? Yeah. Nou, sê Richard, jy is heeltemal reg. Ek dink hy's bedik. Maar as jy eers uit dansvloer, as jy nie dorp is nie, kom eers uit daar by die dansvloer, dan dans jy lekker. Right, ladies and gentlemen, on to the next lot. Lot number 14, thank you guys. He just got his head stuck a little bit there between the pipes. He's safe and sound, good and ready to go. We're on to lot number 14. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, a bull with lots of capacity and length of body and beef to him. 260 kgs, 39 centimeters scrotal circumference. And look at him, bit of body, and 40 pounds of beer. If you're not pleasing, you're in bit of 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40, and 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40, and 40 pounds of beer. If you're not pleasing, you're in bit of 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40 pounds of beer. And if you're not pleasing, you're in bit of 40, and 40, and 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40 pounds of beer. And if you're not pleasing, you're in bit of 40, and 40, and 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40, and 40, and 40 pounds of beer. And 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40, and 40 pounds of money, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40 pounds of beer. And if you're not pleasing, you're in bit of 40, and 40, and 40, 40, hit up, bit of body, bit of 40 pounds of beer. 40 pounds a bit, 40 pounds a bit, 40 pounds a bit. Sjoe, ek kan dit nie verstaan nie. Are we breeding beef cattle? Because here's a beefy bull. Laat hy net uitgaan, not sold for now, ladies and gentlemen. Number 15, ladies and gentlemen, 245 weaning weight himself, GDT 116, circumference 39 centimeters, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the capacity on this one, you tell me. And 40 hit about 40, better with 40 pounds a bit. At the other place, better with 40 hit about 40, better with 40 and 40 and 40 hit about 40, better with 40. At the place, 40 hit about 40, better with 40 and 40 and 40 and 40, better with 40 freedom, what do we do? And 40 pounds a bit. If you're a place, better with 40 hit about 40, better with 40 and 40 and 40 and 40 hit about 40, better with 40 pounds a bit. At you're a place, better with 40 and 40 and 40. Sal iemand belangstel om vir my 40 aan te bied vir die bal? Laat hy net uitgaan, not so, ladies and gentlemen. Right, ons begin nou met die 2 jaar oud bulle, ladies and gentlemen, have a look here. Die insetprys is 35,000 op bulle, so in ander woorde, the starting price is 35, the next bid will be 38, so it'll be 3, and then it'll be 2, 38, 40, then 42, 45, 48, 50, and then as usual, 55, 60, 65, 70, as we go. Ladies and gentlemen, dames en heren, ek moet gou net verras van sê, ek dink jy het fout gemaak met die bal om so ver in die veiling in te sit. This is an incredible ball. Ladies and gentlemen, julle moes die bal gemerk het. Really have a look at him, the balance, the length of body. Ladies and gentlemen, lot number 16, he's a 23 model. Ladies and gentlemen, wean weight 260 kgs. Dink dan net hoe gaan hy lyk as 'n 3 jaar oud bal. GDT index van 114. Scrotal 39.5 and he's still growing as a 2-year-old. Dink net hoe mooi gaan hy lyk as 'n 3 jaar oud en 4 jaar oud. Kyk die breedte van agter tot voor. Hier oor sy rug is hy breed. 35,000 Austin 38. And 35,500 in better 35,000 bid. And 35,500 in better 35 in better 38,000 bid. And 38,000 in better 38. And 40 in better 40 in better 2. And 42 in better 42,000 bid. And 24,000 in better 42. And 42,000 bid. Asking 45. And 42 in better 42,000 bid. And 45 and 5 here in better 45,000 bid. And 45 in better 45 will be fluid. And 45,000 bid. And 45 here in better 45,000 bid. And 45 better 45,000 bid. 45,000 bid, asking 48, big man, what Marcus no, and 45, 5, 18, but 45,000 bid, and 45, and 5, and 5, and 45, 18, but 45,000 bid, 45,000 bid, 8 boy, and 48, 18, but 48, and 50, and 50, 50, but 5, 18, but 55, and 55,000 bid, and 55, 5, 18, but 55,000 bid, asking 60, but Marcus no, and 55 boy, and 55, 5, 18, but 55, 5, get a bit of 50,000 bid, and 55, and 55, and 5, and 5, and 55, 18, but 50,000 bid, and 55, 5, 18, but 55, and 55, and 60, and 60, but 60, but 5, and 65, 5, 18, but 65, and 65, and 5, and 5, and 65, 18, but 65, and 65, 5, 18, but 65, asking 70, sir, and 65, 70, and 70, but 5, and 75, 18, but 75, and 75,000 bid, and 75, 5, 18, but 75. Weet jy wat die positiewe ding in die hele ding is? Hy en jy het gedink dis 'n moersebal. So dis 'n positiewe ding. 65 asking 70 sir. And 65 18 but 65. No she besluit joune. And 75 and 75 18 but 75 and 75,000 bid and 75 18 but 75,000 asking 80,000 go. And now 75 18 but 75 and 75 and 5 and 5 and all out all done gonna sell for 75,000 but is the tweede derde maal all out all done gonna sell for 75,000. So vir 75,000, thank you to the Shores. Baie dankie daarbo ons waardeer. Dankie al my onderbeheer aanlyn. Baie nummer 22, jy het hom gekry. Nou verstaan ek hoekom jy nie verder op die ander bal gaan het nie. Baie dankie meneer Hubert. Well done. Dankie meneer Beers vir jullie help. Ek waardeer. By number 22. On to the next one. Lot number 17 comes into the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Winning weight 245. The GDT index 158, ladies and gentlemen. Weer eens 'n bil met ongelooflike kapasiteit en breedte van agter tot voor en voor tot agter. Kyk hoe mooi staan hy sy borsvloer. And baby number 35 and 35 35 and 35 and 5 and 8 and 38 30,000 bit and 38 and 8 and 8 38 asking 40,000 to go and now 40 hit up down 38 38,000 asking 40 and now 38 38 and 38,000 on hit up 30 38,000 bit and 38,000 here 38 and 8 and 8 and 8 38,000 bit 40 hit up 40,000 bit new blood and 40 and 40 and 40 hit up 40 asking 2 donkey and 42 dream got to be hit up 42 and 42,000 bit and 42 got to be hit up 42,000 bit don't donate to boy and 45 and 45 here in 44,000 bit and 45 and 5 and 5 and 45 here in 45 5 degree in 44,000 bit asking 48 and 45 Pitman wat bak ek nou asking 48 and 45 is op die vloer and 45 5 here in 44,000 bit and 48 and 48,000 bit and 48 and 8 and 8 and 48 here in this think how nice and happy those heifers will be if you take this handsome fella to them and I'm 48,000 bit and 48 here in 48,000 bit 48,000 bit look at the capacity and 48 here in 48,000 on here but 48,000 once twice all out all done gonna sell for 48,000 50,000 50 and 50 new blood and 50 50,000 bid op die vloer and 50 and 50,000 bid asking 5 and 50 and 50,000 bid big money is right could be 55 sir and 50,000 here in 50,000 bid and 50,000 once and 50,000 twice and all out and all done for 50,000 sold for 50,000. Thank you very much. Buy number 24. Thank you, Demand Bidders, for your help. Baie dankie vir hom man aanlyn vir jou help as jy onderbeheer. Baie dankie oom Piet. Ons waardeer. Thank you sir for your help as underbidder. On to lot break. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. We're looking here, winning weight 245 kgs. GDT index van 113 dames here, ladies and gentlemen. A bull with lots of capacity again there, lots of potential. Hy's jonk, hy's mooi. Ek dink nou net hoe gaan hy lyk as 3 jaar oud billetjie. And we're going to number 35 and 35,000 bid. 35,000 here in 35 and 35,000 bid. 35,000 here in 35 and 5 and 5 and 5 and 35 here in 35,000 bid and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here in 35,000 bid and 5,000 here in 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here in 35 and 35,000 bid asking 38,000 freedom what do we do and 35 and 5 and 5 and 5 here in 35 I'm going to be buying about 35,000 bid 35,000 bid 35,000 bid once 35,000 bid twice dat hy net uitgaan van nou not so ladies and gentlemen. Jy het 38. Ek soek 40 vir hom. Sê net vir hulle, as hulle vir my 40 gee, dan kan ek 'n boek vir hom. Onthou net manne, die bulle is 2 jaar oud bulle. As jy vir my 40 kan gee, dan kan ek die bil aan jou verkoop. Dis 'n bittermooi bil, 'n jong bil. Jy kan op Meerkat klik vir 40,000, dan kan ek hom vir jou boek. ZL boerdery. 40,000, you can book him guys. For 40,000. Raai daar gaan uit. Daar is julle kans. 40,000. So, thank you very much. Buy number 220. Buy dankie julle. He sold for 40,000. We do appreciate it. ZL Boerdery. Thank you very much. Dinelle, we do appreciate your ondersteuning. By number by Meerkat. Dankie julle meerkatjies. Right on to the next lot, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 19. GDT index 116, scrotal 40 down here, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here. Moenie foute maak hier. You tell me. 35 asking 38 and 45 here in 35 pounds a bit and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here in 35 pounds a bit and 5 down place here in 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here in 35 pounds a bit asking 38 and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here in 35 pounds a bit got to be 38 and 35 5 here in 35 pounds a bit. Just remember these bulls are a year younger than the bulls we started with. Just think how these young bulls are going to look in a year's time. Probably better than the other ones. 35 asking 38. Is that a bid, sir? 38, thank you. And 38,000 a bid. And 38 here in 38,000 a bid. And 38 Jackie here in 38,000 a bid. And 38 and 8 and 8 and here in 38,000 a bid. And 38 here in 38 and 8 and 8 and 38 here in 38,000 a bid. 38,000 a bid. 38,000 a bid. 38,000 a bid. All out. All done. For the 38,000, we do appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm allowed to do that by number 20. Thanks, guys. I think he either wants to go more or he wants to be resold again. Because he sure as whole likes it inside, doesn't he? Donkey Diabonga Kulu, thanks guys. On to lot number 20, ladies and gentlemen. Back onto the Drought Master Bulls there. Side, going back to Vova 1717 and Mahindra Dudley. And the likes of Consideratus 1008. 'n Bitter goeie queen, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen. Sy eie awesome kalfbrood 372 days oor 3 colours, ladies and gentlemen. Any ouma se kan 372 over 6 calves. This is fertility, ladies and gentlemen. A young bull, I think, is a reg is Rutten. This is the youngest bull on the sale, if I'm correct. He is the youngest bull. Lots of growth, lots of indicators too, ladies and gentlemen. All notes Vada 120. Have a look here. Don't make any mistakes. You tell me. 35,000 asking 38. And 35,000 bid. And 35 here, better 35,000 bid. And 38. And 38,000 bid. And 38 here, better 38,000 bid. And off and down the here, better 38. And 8. And 8. And 38 here, better 38. And better 38,000 bid. And 38,000 bid. And 38. And 38. And 38. And white mist, what do we do? And 38,000 asking 40,000 go. And 38 on the floor. And 38,000 bid. And off and down deze hier better 38,000 bid, 38,000 bid. And off and down deze hier better 38,000 bid. And off and down deze hier better 38 and better 38,000 bid. And 40 and better 40, better 42 and 42,000 bid. Haroon, what do we do? 42 and 42,000 asking 45 and 42 better 42,000 bid. And 24 deze hier better 42,000 bid. And 24 deze hier better 42 and 2 and 2 and 42. 42, Haroon, what do we do? At 42, asking 45, sir. At 45,000 a bid, and 45, 18, better with 45, and 45,000 a bid, and 45, 18, better with 45,000 a bid, 45,000 a bid, asking 48, and 45, 18, better with 45,000 a bid, 45 and 8, and 48, 18, better with 48, and 48,000 a bid, asking 50, Haroon, what do we do? And 48, 18, better with 48,000 a bid, and 48, better with 48, and 48,000 a bid, asking 50, and 48, and asking 50, Haroon, it's again. You, sir, you got to be 50,000 and 48,000 on here, better 50,000 a bit, and 50 here, better 50. Ek kan daai kopskit so trust nie. Nou toe maak jy ook so en doen jy weer. En 50 ek moet nou maar weer try. En 50,000 once, twice, all out, or dan sell the bill for 50,000. Sold for 50,000. Thank you very much, Haroon Online. White Mist Farms. Congratulations. Bye, dankie my onder weer if you help. Avi, Richard, if I could buy a bull for you guys, if I could choose for you guys today, I'd buy this bull for you guys. That's the problem. So Avi, weet jy wat ons kan nou doen? Julle moet maar be. Ladies and gentlemen, have a look here, side. I really like this young bull. I think he's going to be a nice, clean bull, lots of length of body to him. Hy is 'n jaar jonger as die ouer bulle, onthou dit net. Side going back to GRB 1947. And 1642, ladies and gentlemen, the ram side coming out of an on top count, 17,224 dames here, ladies and gentlemen, with an intercal period of 374 days. The likes of considerat is 13,670 and 13,408 combination also dames here, ladies and gentlemen, unbelievable. You tell me, look at the length of body, lots of potential, maybe even stud potential. And we remember 35 and 38. And 35, 8, and 38 and 40. And 40, 40, hit a bit of 40, better than 40,000 a bit, and 42, and 42,000 a bit, at 20, please, and better than 45, here, better than 48,000 a bit, at 48, here, better than 48,000 a bit, and 48, here, better than 48, and 48, and 8, and 8, and got to be 50, and 50,000, and 50, better than 50, better than 5, and 55, 5, here, better than 55, and 55, and 5, and 5, all back, clock, no for you, and 60, and 60, better than 60, better than 60,000 a bit, and 60, and 60, 60, better than 60, better than 60,000 a bit, and 60, completion, here, better than 60, 60, better than 60, better than 60, and 60, and 60,000 a bit, and 60, hit better than 15, better than 60, and 60,000, asking 5, sir, and 60, completion, here, better than 60, better than 60, better than 60, 60, better than 60, better than 60, and 60,000 bid once, twice, all out, all done, got yourself at a 60,000 for the yesterday, Twitter, down, all out, all done. Sold for the 60,000. Thank you, Freedom. Congratulations. Bye, Donkey, my owner, beers for your help. We do appreciate it. Bye, number 30. Have a look, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 22 comes into the ring. 270 kgs of winning weight, ladies and gentlemen. Many photo market. Look at the capacity again, the depth of body, arms here, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me. And better 40, better 35, and 35,000 a bit, and 35, and 5, and 5, and 35, better 35,000 a bit, and 35, and 5, and 5, and 35, better 35,000 a bit, at 5 place in better 35, 5, 35, better 35,000 a bit, Austin 38, and 35, and 5, and 5, and 5, better 35,000 a bit. At $5 place in here, better 35, and 35, and 5, and 5, and 5, and 35,000 on here, better 30, better down, better 5, and better 35,000 on here, better 35,000. That I can not sold. On to the next one, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 23, GDT index of 108, ladies and gentlemen. Tell me, 35,000 option 38, and 35, 5, 18, 35,000 a bit, 35, and 35, and 5, and 35, and 35,000 appetite, and 38,000 a bit, and off and down, ladies and gentlemen, 38,000 a bit, and 38,000 a bit, and off and down, ladies and gentlemen, 38, and 38, and 8, and 8, and 38, 18, 38,000 a bit, asking 40,000 to go, and 38, and 8, and 8, 38,000 bid once, and 38,000 on here, but 30, but 30,000 twice, all out, all done, got yourself at 38,000, but it get it out of all out, all done. Sold for the 38,000 by number 22, name, by number 22, thank you, sir. Number 24, 250 kgs, winning weight, GDT index, 100. And 35, 35,000 a bit. If I'm out of these new 35 and 35 and 5 and 5 35,000 a bit and 35 5 35,000 a bit. At 5 out of these new 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 35,000 on here 35 and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 35,000 a bit. At 5 out of these new 35 and 5 and 5 35,000 a bit 35,000 a bit. Now asking 40. Aubrey, jy het gekyk. Was dit 40 tyd? 38. Asking 40. At 38 here, 38,000 bid. And I'm down this year, 38 and 8 and 8 and 38 at your bed. And I'm 38 here, 38,000 bid, 38,000 bid, 38,000 bid. All out, all that. Sold for a 38,000 if you may do that, sir. Thank you very much. Buy number. It was Heinz, it was number 20. Is it 19? Timber Services. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it, sir. You guys from Freights Country, thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Right on to lot number 25. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Winning weight 240. You tell me. Austin 38 and 35 and 35 here 35,000 bid. If I'm out of these 35 and 35 and 5 and 5 here 35,000 bid. If I'm out of these and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here 35,000 bid. If I'm out of these and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here 35 and 30,000 bid. If I'm out of these 35 Austin 38 and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35,000 bid. Guys, he's going to work on heifers, number one. And number two, he's still a baby. This is going to become a really good looking bull. 35, asking 38. And 35 here, 35,000 bid. If I'm out of these 35 and 5 and 5 and 35 here, 35,000 bid, 35,000 bid, 35,000 bid, 35,000 bid, 35,000 bid. Laat hy net uitgaan, not sold. On to lot number 26, have a look here, weaning weight 240, ladies and gentlemen, GDT index 147, scrotal 39, ladies and gentlemen. He might have a little bit off color to him, but boy, he's got growth, he's got length, and he's still a baby. And we did 35,000 here, if I'm down these 35, and 35, and 5, and 5, and 35, 35,000 here, and 38, and 38,000 here, and I'm down these 38, and 8, and 8, and 38,000 here, and I'm down these 38, and 38,000 here, and I'm down these 38, and 8, and 8, and asking 40,000 go, and I'm 40 here above 40, 2, and 42,000 here, and 42, and 2, and 2, and asking 45, and I'm 42, and 2, and here above 42, and 42,000 on here above 40, and 13, 2, and here above 42,000 here, 45 and 45 and 5 and 5 and 45 and 45 5 here in better with 45,000 a bit and 45 5 5 here in better with 45,000 once twice all out all that gonna sell for about 45,000 all out all that sold for 45,000. Thank you very much. Buy number 19. Right on to the next one, lot number 27, 240 kgs of winning weight down here, ladies and gentlemen, the Grassfields Bulls GDT index of 114. And we're going to be at 5 these here, 35 and 35 and 5 and 5 here, 35,000 a bit, 35,000 a bit. At 5 these here, 35 and 5 and 5 and 5 here, 35,000 a bit, 35,000 a bit, awesome, 38 and 35 5 here, 35 and 35,000 on here, 35,000 on here, 35 and 35 and 5 and 5 and 35,000 a bit, 35,000 a bit, the last bull on sale and 35 5 here, second last and 35 5 here, 35,000 a bit, 35,000 a bit, laat hy net uitgaan, not sold. Right, the last bull. Then we go on to the cows, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 28. Weaning weight 240 kgs with a GDT index of 100, ladies and gentlemen. When you further mark, you have a look here. The last bull of the sale. Alright, we'll be number here, in better die for this, and we'll be number 35, and 35,000 to be here. If we can now place here, in better 35, and 35, and 5, and 5, and 35. Oh, we're a little bit offline there. The signal. Give you guys a chance. Thank you very much. Ons vra net vir 'n bietjie geduld. Ons gaan nou weer aan die gang kom. Online, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys for your patience. We do appreciate it. We're still in the last bull on sale, ladies and gentlemen. To this bull at $100 on a wean weight of himself was 240 kgs at weaning. You tell me 35 hours and 38. And 35 here, better 35,000 and 35 here, better 35 and 35 and 5 and 5 and 5 here, better 35,000 and 35 here, better 35,000 35,000 at faking validation. 5 and 35 here, better 35,000 faking 35. Dat hy net uitgaan van hy not sold. Right, we start on with the cows there, ladies and gentlemen. Right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to start with lot number A. It's 2020 to 2021 models coming in. There's 10 cows with 10 calves. The input price on the cows with the calves is 18,000. We'll be taking 500 rand bids. Oh man, hulle is mooi. Kyk hulle bietjie daar op die video soos wat hulle inkom. 8 koeie met 8 colors, 2020 and 2021 models. There's 10 cows plus 10 cars. 10 plus 10. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. All right, we'll sum to you 18,000, asking 500. At 18,000, at 18,500, 18,005. At 18,500, here in 18,500. I've got 18,500 already. Going to be 19, sir. 18,500 with me. At 18,500, 18,500. At 18,500, 18,500. 18,500, 18,500. Asking 19. 19 from Meerkat. At 19,000. 19, maybe 19,000. Asking 500 at 19,000 here in 19,000 asking 500 online eerste at 19,500 asking 20,000 at 1,000 here in 20,000 at 1,000 here in 20 at 20,500 at 1,500 at 500 Kenya at 20,500 at 20,500 20,500 online at 20,500 on the phone at 20,500 20,500 at 20,500 at 20,500 20,500 all out and all done. Get yourself at 20,500 for the eerste tweede daarom all out all done. So for the 20,500 if I may. Thank you very much sir. Bye dankie om David. By number die geregistreer David Creer 218 Next lot number B, ladies and gentlemen, lot number B, have a look here, 2020 and 2021 models, 10 plus 10. Ons nog reg, katte, julle ons is nog aan lyn, ek wil net seker maak daarso, baie dankie julle. Right, lot number B comes in. Ons gaan 'n bietjie langer vat. Die kalfies is klein. Hulle wil net nie te hard druk. Hierdie deur die drukgang in die ring in. So hulle gaan 'n bietjie langer vat, want hulle gaan nou 'n bietjie deur die uitgang wat 'n bietjie breër is, maar ons gaan die koeie met die kalvers daar deurdruk. Dis 10 koeie plus 10 kalvers. Lekker drama se tipe koeie hier so dames en here, ladies and gentlemen, have a look, moenie foute maak hier. Alright, and baby here, 10 plus 10. Kyk hier, kyk hoe mooi sy kalfies. And baby number by Lores, and baby number 18,000 18,500, 18,500, at 18,500, 18,500, 18,500. At 18,500, 18,500, at 19,000 bid, 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 at 19,500, at 19,500 online, at 19,500. 19,500 and 19,500 Cornelius Buckingham and 19,500 and 19,500 19.5, one beat but marking no, asking 20,000 and 19.5, and 19,520 and 20,000 a bit, and now 20, 20 hit up the lead, better 20,000 a bit, at 20,000 a bit, and Rudo but marking no, many US is 10, you're asking 20,500 at one up least leading, better 20, 20 hit up the lead, better 20,500, Donkey at 20,500, one beat man that's 10, yo, at 20,500, asking 21, sir, at one up least and 5 on at 20,500. 20,500 at one up decent 5 on ad asking 21 at 20,500 and big man but bucking no at 20,500 12 decent 500 all out and all out all that so for the 20,500 bye donkey meneer US van Lichtenbergse wereld af congratulations well done sir if I may do that. Jong koeie, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen, tweede kalf koeie, have a look here, ladies and gentlemen, bitter mooi vir 'n look koeie. Kyk hoe mooi is hy kalf hier langs hulle. Bitter mooi. 10 plus 10 van hulle, ladies and gentlemen, have a look here. Kyk hy breed op hy kalfies, hulle is bitter mooi. Ladies and gentlemen, the moenie foute maak hier, 18,000, 18,500. 18,500 and 18,500 18,500 and 18,500 18,500 18,500 19 19,000 bid and now 19 about 19 19,000 bid asking 500 and 19,000 here 19 19,000 bid asking 500 and 19,000 here 19 19,000 bid 19,000 bid won't be done what mark is now and 19 about 19 19,000 bid and now 19 about 19 19,000 19,000 19,000 and now 19 19,000 and now 19 19,000 once and all out and all done for 19,000 if I may do that sir. Thank you very much, we do appreciate it. By number 2 19,000 by donkey meneer. We do appreciate it. Well bought. Die 10 cows with 10 calves, ons vra net vir geduld, onthou net hulle klein kalfies, ons wil net nie te vinnig of te hard injaag nie, deur die gange, net vir geduld, we gaan hulle nou sien, hulle gaan nou inkom. Right, lot number D, ladies and gentlemen, have a look here. There's 10 plus 10. Both over you, 19. Number 19. Ladies and gentlemen, number 19. At 20,000, 20,000 monkey, at 20,000 again. At one of these here, better 20, 20, hit about 80, better 20,000 again. And now 20, 20, hit about 80, better 20, and 20, and 20, 20, hit about 80, better 20,000 again. Asking 500. At one of these here, better 20, and 20, 20, better 20, asking 500. Better 20 and 20 and 20, 20, hit about 80, better 20. At one of 20, hit about 20,000 once, twice, all out, all done, gonna sell for a 20,000. Corner, what markers now? At 2020, hit about 80, all out, all done, gonna sell for a 20,000. By Donkey, by number 216, Donkey US, well done, really good cows, congratulations. Ek het die groep by van gehou. Right, the next lot, lot number E counts in 10 plus 10, ladies and gentlemen. Marianne is ons nog recht daar. Come, ladies and gentlemen, nog jong queer 2020 and 2021 model. We sell you lot number E, 10 plus 10. Kijk hoe is hierdie colors in die breedte, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen. Koeie met melk. Ongelooflik hierdie kalfies, bitter, bitter mooi. Have a look here, ladies and gentlemen, moenie foute maak nie. 2021 models, ladies and gentlemen, 10 plus 10. 18,000 weer, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, at 18,500, back at eerste 18,500, at 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, at 18,500. Will be vloer, 18,500, at 18,500, 18,500, at 19,000 weer, at 19, 19, 19, now 19, listen here, 19, 19,000 on 19. And now 19, 19, 19, and now 19, 19, asking 500, and now 19, 19,000 weer, 19,000 once, twice, all out, all done, yourself for 19,000 weer, to get it out of all out, all that. Sold for 19,000. Meneer Uester, we do appreciate, well done, sir. Ryan Lotnamath comes in 2020, 2020 and 2021 models, 8 plus 8 coming into the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Dankie weer ons vir u geduld. Ons wag net vir die Queen Colors om in te kom. Ons wil hulle net nie te hard deurdruk nie. Oor hulle klein kalfies. Ons wil nie die klein kalfies met seer kry nie. Kyk hoe mooi is daai kalfies, dames en here, ladies and gentlemen, have a look now. 8 plus 8, that's 8 plus 8. Right, ladies and gentlemen, have a look here. You tell me, 8 plus 8 cows and calves, and here, and 18 pounds a bit, and now 18, 18, 5, and now 18, 5, 5, 18, 5, 18, 5, and 19 pounds a bit, and now 19, I need about 19, 19 pounds a bit, and now 19, 5, and 19, 5, and 19 pounds and 5, and about 19, 5, and now 19, 5, and 19 pounds and 5, and about 19, 5, and now 19 pounds and 5, and about 19, 5, 19, 5, 19 pounds and 5, and about 19, 5. And now 19,500 all out, all done, is over 19,500 once, twice, all out, all done, is over 95 for 19,500. If I may do that, sir. Now, first online, congratulations, Betramoy, well done. Hoe is die vodka? Ons gooi toe met die tequila vol. Kom ek sê vir jou so, I'm preaching to a guy that knows, when you invest, you get return. But if you sit and watch the investment go past, then you're not going to get return. But now I'm speaking to the right man. Ek sal nou vakansie vir sê, ek het nie probleem daarmee nie. Beleggings, hier staan hulle die ring en jy mis hulle my maat. Hier is jou belegging reg voor jou. 'n Belegging wat teruggee elke jaar. Right, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 20 and 21, Aubrey, as jy weer volgende keer so iets sê, nee, dan vat ek 'n bot by jou, hoor. Ek vat dit as 'n bot, ek spot sommer, dankie Aubrey, hoor. Right, ladies and gentlemen, have a look at lot 20, 20 and 2021, models weer 7 koeie met 7 colors. Hulle is baie mooi, eenvoudig, dames, here, ladies and gentlemen, hulle mooi, kyk alfies, hulle is bloedrooi, en met die number by the rest, 18,000 a bit, 18,5, and now 18,500, 18,5, and now 18,500, 18,5, 19,000 a bit, and now 19, I need about 19, 19,000 a bit, and now 19, I need about 19, 19,000 a bit, and now 19, I need about 19, 19,000 a bit, and 19,000 19,000, 19,000, 19,000 a bit twice, and all out and all gonna sell the cows and calves at 19,000, all out and all done. For 19,000, thank you sir, much appreciated. Buy number 216, thank you Esther. Rudo Juster, thank you very much sir, we do appreciate it. Lattenbergse wereld, baie gelukkig maat, well done. Baie mooi koeie, have a look at 6 koeie plus 6 colors. 2020 and 2021 models, ladies and gentlemen. Kyk hoe mooi. Kyk die breed op hierdie koeie. Hier's nou koeie manne. Hier's nou koeie. 6 plus 6 and with the number 5 plus and with the number 18, 18 5, 18,500 and now 18 5 5 18,500 18 5 and now 18 19,000 bit 19 19 19,000 bit and now 19 5 and 19 5 5 18 19 5 and now 19 5 yes to be fluid 19 5 and 19,500 and now 19 5 5 18 19,000 bottom 20 20 hit up 80 20 please on 20 and 20 and 20,000 bit and now 20 please 20,500 and now 20 please 500 at 20,500 asking 21 and now 20,500 18 20,001 now 21,000 bit and now 21,000 bit and now 2021 1 1 gonna be 21,000 bit asking 500 now 21 1 gonna be 1 hit up 21 21,000 bit and now 21 and 1 and 1 and 21,000 18 21,000 once twice all out all done gonna sell online by many of you for 21,000 sold for 21,000. Thank you very much, sir. Buy number 216. Meneer Uester, congratulations, well done. Ek by van hulle gehou. Hulle is bitter mooi. Right on to the next cows. Lot number K, 20,000, 2018 and 19 models, ladies and gentlemen, coming in. Now, 7 queer met 7 colors. 7 cows with 7 calves. Nice young cows. Have a look at them, ladies and gentlemen. Don't miss out, ladies and gentlemen. These cows will do it for you. Look at the width, look at the capacity. Kyk hoe mooi sy kalfies, dames en here, ladies and gentlemen. Moenie foute maak. You can here and maybe number 18,000 18,500 18,500 and now 18,500 18,500 number 18,500 there's 7 plus 7 and now 19 number 19 19,000 19,500 19,500 19,500 and now 19,500 19,500 19,500 and now 19,500 19,500 20,000 and now 20,000 and now 20,000 20,000 and 20,000 20 20 about 80 20,000 and now 20,000 20 and 20 and 20 20 about 80 20,000 and now 20,000 20 and 20 and 20 20 asking 5 and now 20 20 about 80 are you sure sir at 20,000 and now 20,000 20 20 about 80 20,000 asking 500 all out all done gonna sell for 20,000 but here's the tweede daar all out all done sold for 20,000. Thank you very much. Gooi die ander nummers weg. Line number 216. Meneer Uester. Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate. Good buying. Congrats. Right on to the next lot. Lot number L's coming in now. 9 plus 9, 20, 18 and 19 models, ladies and gentlemen. Manne moenie miskyk hier, die L groepie so, dit is bitter goeie koeie. Ek moet sê, ek het hulle ook self gemerk, ek baie van die koeie, ek dink baie van hierdie koeie. Kyk hoe mooi is hulle koeie, kyk hoe breed is hulle oor hulle kruise, kyk die kwaliteit colors langs hulle, kyk die eiers, die melk, have a look ladies and gentlemen, en hulle is nog jonk, dames here ladies and gentlemen, have a look there, 2018 to 2019 models. There's 9 plus 9, and give number by Goretz, and give number 18,000, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18. And now 18,500, 18,500, remember with 18,500, 19,000, and now 19, and either 19, better 19,000 a bit, and now 19,000 a bit, 500, and now 19,500, and now 19,500, remember 19,500, 19,500, 19,500, 20,000 a bit, and now 20,000, better 2020, better 80, better 20,000 a bit, and now 2020, better 80, better asking 5, sir, and now 2020, better 80, better 20,000 a bit, at 1,000, better 20 and 20 and 2020, better 20,000 a bit, and now 1,000. Better 2020, asking 5, and out 1,000, better 2020, better 20 and 20 and 20, all out, all done, gonna sell for the 20, yes, the 200 all out, all done. Sold for the 20,000, thank you very much, so many of you, thank you very much, we do appreciate it. Buy number 216. Right on to the next lot, lot number M, 4 plus 4, that's 4 cows plus 4 calves, ladies and gentlemen. Have a look here, dis boerkoeie. Kyk hier bietjie mooi, have a look here, ladies and gentlemen. Look at the length of the body, dames here, ladies and gentlemen. Kyk hoe mooi is hy kalfies. And maybe about 18,000 a bit, 18, maybe about 18, better 18,000 a bit. And now 18, maybe about 18, better with 18,000 a bit, asking 500. And now 18, maybe about 18, better with 18,500. And now 18,500, on need about 18, better with 5,500, here, better with 18,500. And now 18,500, and now 18,500, and 18,500, on need about 18, better with 5,500, here, better with 18,500, asking 19, sir. And now 18,500, 18,500, here, better with 18,500. And now 18,500, on need about 18, better with 5,500, here, better with 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, all out, all done. Sell for an 18,500 for 18,500 if I may. Thank you very much. Many of you there, thank you very much. We do appreciate it, sir. Buy number 216. Goeie boer, goeie. Well done, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, lot number N comes in now. Lot number N, 5 plus 5. 2016 to 2017 models, ladies and gentlemen. Lots of time to farm still with them. Have a look here. Better mooi koeie. You tell me 3 cows with 3 calves, 5 cows with 5 calves. Hulle kom nog. Alright, kom ons wag net gou. Ja, I remember. 3, daar's nog 2 plus 2, nee. Right, ons wag net nog vir 2 koeie met 2 kalvers, dan sal ons loop vir hom. Ons sê net weer baie dankie vir u geduld. Onthou net die kalfies is klein, dus ons 'n bietjie meer tyd vat om hulle mooi in te bring, dat die kalfies nie seer kry nie en laat hulle net mooi uitgaan. Dankie vir u geduld. Bitter mooi kalfies, dames en heren, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you something. Moenie uitmis nie. Kyk die breedte op hierdie koeie. Kyk hulle oor hulle kruise. Kyk die vroulikheid. Die melk. Kyk hoe mooi is hy kalfies. Moenie foute maak nie. Here is the start of things. 18 pounds, 18, 5, and now 18, 5, 18 pounds. And now 18.5, 18.5, you're in better than 18.5, and now 18,500, 5, 18.5, 18.5, now 18.5, 19,000 a bit, and now 19. 19,000 a bit, and now 19,000 here in better than 19,000 a bit, 19, about 19, better than 19,000, asking 500, and now 19,000 a bit. 19, about 19, better than 19,000 a bit, 19,000 here, better than 19,000 a bit. Yeah, but for my shit. And now 19, asking 500, and now 19,000, and now 19, about 19, better than 19,000. What do we do, sir? And now 19,000, better than 19, about 19, better than 19,000, 19, I need about 19,000 twice, and now 20,000 each terug, and now 19.5, sorry, and now 19.5, and 19.55 here in better than 19.5, and now 19.5, 19.55 here in better than 19.5, and now 20,000 online, and now 12,000 here in better 2020, better 80, better 20,000 a bit, and now 20 here about 80, better 20,000 a bit, 20,000 a bit, and now 20 and 20 and 20, 20. Sir, it's easy. When you run faster than you, what do? You run faster than him. So it's easy as that. Just bet another time. At 20 hit about 80, better 20,000 a bit. And out 12,000 hit in better 20 and 20 and 20 hit about 80, better 20,000 a bit once. And out 20 hit about 80, better 20,000 all out. All down yourself at 20,000. Sold for 20,000. Bye, donkey. Thank you very much, Mr. Yoster, by number 216. Thank you to my underbidder for your help. We do appreciate it. Right, ladies and gentlemen, the next lot coming in is lot number P. We'll come back to the I, J, and O later. These are cows busy calving. So there's cows with 3 calves already. So it's 7 plus 3, and there's nog 4 om te kalf. 2018 to 2021 models. Lot P will be coming in now, lot number P. Skryf dit net in jou katalogus. Dis 7 koeie met 3 kalvers. Marianne, as julle net also we're going to P now. Thank you very much. Do appreciate it. Dankie meer kykies. Gevaarlik. By die P. Lange wat is tyd van die dag. Right, lot P, baie mooi rooi koeie wat nou inkom, 2018 to 2021, 7 koeie met 7 kalvers. 7 koeie met 3 kalvers, skies, 7 koeie met 3 kalvers, daar is 4 koeie wat nou op die punt van kalf is. Hulle is alles 8 tot 9 maande dragtig, so is op die punt van kalf, dis 7 plus 3 kalvers, 7 koeie met 3 kalvers. And we're about 18,000 a bit, 18,000, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500. Is julle reg daarso? Alright, kom ons gee net kans. Lot P. Bitter mooi koeie. Ons wil net sê, almal saam met ons. 18.5. 18 down to the bit, asking 18.5, 18 pounds a bit, and 18, 18 up at 18, better than 18.5, 18,500 in better than 18.5, and now 18.5, 19 pounds a bit. 19, better than 19,000 a bit, and now 19, 19 up at 19, better than 19,000 a bit, and now 19, 19 up at 19, better than 19,000 a bit, and 19.5, and now 19.5, and now 19.5, 18, better than 19.5, and now 19,500 on up at 19, better than 5, 18, better than 19.5, and now 19,500 on up at 19.5, asking 20,000, look at the quality, sir, and now 95, and now 19.5, 18, better than 19.5, 19.5, 19,500 on up at 19, better 5, and now 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, all out, all done, get yourself at 19,500. 19.5, thank you very much, Mr. Yerster. Congratulations. Mooi queer, well done, sir. Aubrey, I need your backing here. Het jy gesien wat 'n speenkalf prys nou? En hy is nog steeds op pad op. Manne, julle met julle somme fyn doen. Daar is twee McCullers hier. Speenkalf prys is besig om op te gaan. 40 to 42 rand vir bulkalfies. Of meer, is ek reg? Ja, jy sê dit nou want jy sit op die koper se kant, nee. Line comes, ladies and gentlemen, 42 to 44, and I'm telling you now, en vers is ook besig om op te gaan. Doen julle sommetjies, manne. Jo. Kyk hoe mooi is hierdie koeie. Lot nummer R vir Rosie, R vir Rosie to 2021 models. Daar's 8 van hulle. Ons is kort nog net een. Jacobus, hoeveel wees hier so? Ons kort nog een daar agter. 7, it's lot number R. She just calved. Alright, so daar's een wat nou net gekalf het. Dankie. Daar, dis 8 plus 4 nou. So skryf in jou katalogus asseblief, 8 plus 4. Daar is 7 in die ring. Daar's een agter wat nou net gekalf het. Dis bitter mooi. Jy sien die kwaliteit, manne. Jong koeie, have a look here, ladies and gentlemen, moenie foute maak nie. Dit is nou 8 koeie met 4 kalvers. Daar's nog 4 wat moet kalf. And ladies and gentlemen, here, and get up at 18 down to the bit, and 18, 18, up at 18, better than 18.5, and now 18.5, 18, better than 18.5, and now 18,500, better than 19, 19,000 a bit, and now 19, 19, up at 19, better than 19,000 a bit, and now 19.5, and 19.5, 18, better than 19.5, and now 19.5, and now 19.5, 18, better than 19.5, and now 19,500, on here, about 20, and 20,000 a bit, and now 20,000, better than 20, 20, up at 80, better than 20,000 a bit, and now 20,000, better than 20, and 20, and 20, 20, about 80, better than 20, and 20, and 20, 20, 20, that's right type, right size, and now 20, 20, about 80, better than 20,000 a bit, and now 20,000, better than 20,000, RC 500, and now 20,000, all out, all done, get yourself at 20,000, vir die eerste tweede derde bal, all out, all done. Sold for the 20,000, thank you very much, meneer US, to throw the other numbers away by number 216. And we're on to the next lot, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Yeah. Lot number S. Lot number S, ladies and gentlemen, comes in. 2, 4, 6 plus 5 colors. Alright, julle is net 3 hierso. Alright. So hoeveel is hierso nou? Hoeveel kalfies? Hier binne in die ring. Net 2. 2. Biele. Agter. Biele hoe jy wat. So net seker maak die kalfies en die konjaan. Daar's 3 so. En agter is hoeveel? 3. Alright. En 2 in die ring. Dis wat ek wil net weet. 6 plus 5, dis 6 square plus 5 colors. So nou hoor daar is nog een wat moet kalf. Die ander 3 wat hulle agtergelos het en die kraal is bietjie klein, hulle wil hulle nie ingebring het nie, hulle is net bang hulle kry seer. So 6 square plus 6 plus 5 colors. 6 square plus 5 colors. And we remember my progress. And we remember 18 down to the bed. 18, 18, about 18, but 18 down to the bed. And now 18, 18, about 18, but 18 down to the bed. And now 18, 18, about 18, but 18 down to the bed. Asking 500. And now 18 down to the bed. And now 18, 18, about 18, but 5 yesterday. At 18, 5, 19 down to the bed. 19, but 19, 19, but 19. 500, and now 19.5, and now 19.55, Hurin, 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, and 19.5, and now 19.55, Hurin, 19.5, and now 19,500, 19, 19.5, Ashin, 20,000 to go, and now 19.5, and now 19.55, Hurin, 19.5, 19,500, 19,500, sold for 19.5, if I may do that, sir. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. 216. Meneer US, sir. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Baie dankie vir jou help, Pablo. Ons waardeer dit. Thank you, sir. Dit is nou wie. Ek het net as dit wie nie oor. I think it. Right, V's, ladies and gentlemen. One to the V's, 2016 and 2017 counts, 4 plus 2. 2 colors. Biele Lengonia. Biele kon. Right, so daar is 2 wat gekalf het, daar is 2 wat moet nog kalf. Alles 8 tot 9 maande dragtig. So dit is op die punt van kalf. Die ander 2. Dis 4 plus 2, beproefde koeie manne, kyk die breedte, kyk die passiteit, kyk die eiers, kyk die mooi spene manne, moenie foute maak, you tell me. At 18 down to the bed, at 18, 18, 18, 5, 18,500, and now 18,5, and 18, 19, 19 down to the bed, and now 19, 19, 19 down to the bed, and now 19,5, 19,500, 19, 5, and now 19,5, 19,5, asking 20,000, and now 19,5, 19,500, 19, 5, asking 20,000, and now 19.5, 19.5, 19.5, and now 19.5, 19,500, 19, 19.5, 19.5, all out and done, gonna sell for 90,500. Sold for 19.5, if I may do that, sir. 19.5, thank you very much, I do appreciate it. 19.5. Buy number 216. Right, on to the lot number W's. Right, daar's 5 plus 2, dan moet 5 plus 2 wees op W's. Have a look here. Lekker diep, lang koeie, beproefde koeie manne, kyk 'n bietjie mooi. Lot nummer W. 2016, 2017. Een kalf is bly agter. So daar's 5 plus 2 kalvers. Hulle het een kalf hier agter in die kraal gelos. Hulle is net bang hy kry seer. So as een kalf hier in die ring, daar kan jy sien, dis 5 plus 2. Daar's 3 koeie wat moet nog kalf. Beproefde koeie manne, kyk hier bietjie mooi, hè. 18,000 rand. 18 hier in bird 18, 18 bird 18, bird 18,000 rand. And now 18 bird 18, bird 18,000 rand. And 18 bird 18, bird 18. And now 18,000 on bird 18, bird 18,000 rand. And now 18 bird 18, bird 18,500. And now 18,5, and now 18,5, and now 18,500, 18,500, on bird 18,500, 19,000 rand. And now 19 bird 19, asking 500, sir. And now 19 bird 19, bird 19,000 rand. And 19 bird 95, and now 19,5, and now 19,555, degree bird 19,5, 19,5, 19,500, on bird 19, bird 55, asking 20,000 to go. And now 19,5, and now 19,555, degree bird 19,5, 19,5, 19,500, on bird 19, bird 19,5, 19,5, 19,500. All out, all done. For the 19.5. Thank you very much. Congratulations, sir. By number 29. By number 29, we do appreciate it. Thank you, Innocent. We do appreciate it from Joburg's country. Well done, sir. Thank you. We do appreciate it. Well done. Goodbye. You finally got some. Well done. You've been bidding a whole bunch. Congratulations. Thank you for your help. We do appreciate it. But there's more to come. Now you're going to make the lorry full, eh? Itate inkomo. Kwalisa. Right, now we go on to the Y and the Zs. So we'll bring in the Ys and then the Zs. We'll come back to the TU and Xs. Ys will be coming in now. That's 2018 to 2022. There is 12 of them. They are 6 months in calf. Pregnant cows, 6 months in calf. Alright, hierdie behoort nou die Ys te wees wat inkom. Wie? My correct, first. I can't see the tab there. Ys, yes. Right, daar's 6 maande in kalf, 2018 to 2022 models. Nog jong koeie, wat gaan nou kalf? Verse. Bitter mooi. Nou kan jy sien hoe lyk hulle voordat hulle kalf. Hulle gaan alles in hulle colors insit, boys. Have a look, don't make any mistakes. There's 12 of them. Ons wag net vir hulle om in te kom. 2, 4, 6, 7. Right, jong koeie Enoch, as ek reg is 'n paar jong verse, dragtige verse ook man. Ek kyk bietjie mooi. Hulle is bitter mooi. 12 hulle, Diabonga Kulu. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12. 20. Okay, so there's 2018s, 2021s, 2020s and 2022s models. There you go. Daar kan jy mooi kyk manne. Have a look daar so. 6 maande in kalf, ladies and gentlemen, 6 months in calf. You tell me. 18,000 a bit. 18,000 a bit. Die kwaliteit is reg, man, moet die foute maak. 18 hier in by 18, hier by 18, by 18,000 a bit. And now 18, hier by 18, by 18, and now 18,000 a bit. 18, hier by 18, by 18,000 a bit. And now 18,500, and now 18,500, and now 18,500 on here by 18, by 5 here in by 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500 and by 19, and now 19,000 a bit, and now 19, here by 19, by 19,500. And now 19,500 on here, but 19, but 5 here in, but 19,500, Manamal is mooi, and now 19,500, 20,000 a bit, and now 20,000 here in, but 20,000 there, and now 2020 here, but 80, but 20,000 a bit, and now 20,000 here in, but 2020 here, but 80, it's with you now, and now 20,000 a bit, RC 500, and now 20,000 a bit, now 20,000 here in, but 2020 here, but 80, but 20 and 20 and 20 is dus nog recht daar, 20,000 meneer, US test, you're asking 5, and now 20,000 here in, but 2020 here, but 80, better 20, and now 20,000 a bit. Ek en jy moet die foute maak, die boys, hier is goeie koeie hier so. And now 2020 hier by 90, better 20, and now 20,000 a bit. 20,000 is your bed, and now 20,000 a bit. Meneer Roos, dat jy klaar is uit krijg toe maak. Ek wil net seker maak, ek weer die stein gee probleme daar. All out, all done. So for the 20,000, well done guys, you got it, and your buy number is? Buy number? What's your buy number? I need your buy number. 20,000 each, eh? Buy number 32. 20,000, buy number 32. Kom ons gee lekker aan die klap. Well done, guys. Those was a good buy. Congratulations. So Bongasen, congratulations. Well done. Hey, those were fantastic cows. Well done. Those were my picks on the cell. Hey, yeah. Good cows, those. What's coming in is Zed's. Dankie dat jy net vir hom gebel het. Ek wil net seker gemaak dat die syne nog reg is daar, Mariaan. Dankie, hoor. Jy weet, met ons syne en vandag se dag is nie altyd hier by die veiling waar daar syne probleme is. Partykeer is dit ook daar by plaas by julle bie of by die werk by julle bie. So baie dankie vir al julle geduld en harde werk met ons waardeer het. Thank you, en julle ondersteuning. Weer eens bitter mooi. Yo, boys. They get better in 6 months in calf, ladies and gentlemen. Daar's 8 van hulle. We're selling lot Z. 18,000 at 18,000 it is. 18,500 and better with 18,500 and now 18,500 and better with 18,500 and better with 18,500 and now 18,500 18,500 and better with 18,500 and now 18,500 and better with 18,500 18,500 and now 18,500 and now 18,500 and better with 18,500 and now 18,500 and better with 18,500 18,500 18,500 and better with 18,500 and now 18,500 18,500 and better with 18,500 and now 18,500 19. Hulle is dragtig, 6 maande dragtig. 18,500 asking 19,000, thank you sir. 19,000 a bit, and now 19, I hear about 19, better than 19,000 a bit, and now 19, I hear about 19, better than 19, and now 19,000 a bit, 19, nation here, better than 19, 19,000 a bit, 90,000 once, twice, all out, all done, gonna sell for 19,000 for the eerste, tweede, derde maal, all out, and all done. Sold for 19,000, thank you very much. Dankie meneer, u is by number 216. Wat's ver? Ek het al gesien dat jy aan die kant verder is dit terug. Thank you very much, we do appreciate it. Gaan ons terug na die I, lot number I2. Weer koeie met colors, manne, kyk bietjie mooi. Weer koeie met colors. Hier kom hulle, kyk bietjie mooi. Mooi boer koeie, manne, moet die foto maak hier, have a look here. Right, daar is number I, 5 plus 5. Lincoln Jan Mangaki. 5. Kan nie daarvoor sien nie. 2, 4, 5, daar's 5 colors. Right, ladies and gentlemen, 18,000 a bit. 18,5 online. And now 18,5. And now 18,5, 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, asking 19,000, go, and now 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, all out, all done, yourself for 18,500, videos at Twitter, all out, all done. Sold for 18,500, if I may do so, sir. Thank you very much, I do appreciate it. By number 216, gooi die ander nommers weg. 18,500. By number 216. Dankie meneer Jooste. Right, Jay van Jackalas. Jay, number Jay, dit moet weer 5 plus 5 colors wees. Right, Jay is coming in. There's 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5. Manne, goeie. Kyk colors, hulle is rooi. Bitter mooi. Have a look here. 5 plus 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 rooi kalfies en 1 swart kalfie. Manne moet die foto maak hier. Kyk hier so in die koeie melk. Hulle is bitter mooi. And with the number 18,000 and 18, about 18,500 and now 18,500 and now 18,500 here in about 18,500 and here about 18, about 18,500 and now 18,500 and now 18,555 here in about 18,500 online and now 18,500 and now 18,500 on here about 18, about 18,500 and now 18,500 and now 18,555 degree about 18,500 all out, all done, sold for 18,500. Sold for 18,500 online. Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate. Buy number 216. Right, the next one's lot number 0. Alrighty, kom hulle manne, kyk mooi. Bitter mooi koeie. Moenie foto maak hier. Hulle is 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5, have a look here, 18,000 it is, 18,500, 18,000 here, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500 on here, 18,555 here, 18,500, now 18,500 here, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, 18,500 on here, 18,555 here, 18,500, and now 18,500, and now 18,500, asking 19,000, go. And now 18,500, 18,000, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, all out, all done. Sold for 18,500 online. Thank you very much. Gooi die nummers weg. Buy number 216. 18,500. Een kalf agter. Dankie manne, hoor. 2 4 6. 6 goeie. Ons is nou by T. En een agter. So 6 plus 6 then. T's. We offer you the number T's. 6 plus 6. 6 goeie met 6 colors. And bit 18. 18 pounds a bit. 18, 18, 5. And now 18, 5. 18,500, 18. 5, 5, 18, 5. And now 18,500, 18, 5, 5, 18, 5. And now 18,500. And now 18, 5. And now 18, 5. 18, 5. 18,500, 18, 5. And now 18,500, 18, 5, 5, 5, 18, 5. And now 18,500, 18, 5, 5, 5. 18,500, all out, all done, get us over 18,500. For 18,500, 18,500. Buy donkey, buy number 216. Thank you very much, Mr. Eusto. Well done, sir. Good buying. Right, we're selling lot number U, 245 cows, have a look here. Net met 2 kalvers, 5 plus 2 kalvers, daar's 3 wat moet nog kalf. Hulle is 8 tot 9 maande op die punt van kalf. Daar's 2 kalvers, daar's 5 van hulle. Nee, 18,500. And now 18,500 in 18,500. And now 18,500, 18,500 in 18,500, 18,500. And now 18,500, and now 18,500 in 18,500. And now 18,500 number 18,500, 18,500, 18,500. And now 18,500, 19,000 a bit. And now 19,000 a bit. And now 19, 19, 19, 19,000 a bit. And now 19, 19,000 a bit. What I do, sir? And now 19,000 a bit. And now 19, 19, 19, 19,000 a bit. And now 19,000, 19,000 a bit. All out, all done, get yourself for 90,000 once, twice, all out, all done. Sold for 19,000. Thank you very much, sir. 216 buys. Baie dankie meneer Jooste. Alright, daar's net 3 lotte oor manne. Have a look here. 3 lots to go. We sell you lot number X. Dis 3 plus 1 kalfie op X. Whoa, lucky, julle girls. Alright, have a look here. 3 cows met 1 kalfie. 3 koeie met 1 kalfie. Daar's 2 van hulle wat moet nog kalf. 8 tot 9 maande op die punt van kalf. And we're number 18 down for it. And 18, number 18, number 18, 5. And now 18,500 on number 18, 5, 5, 18, number 18, 5. And now 18,500 number 18, 5. And now 18,500 number 18, 5. I'll take a 750 if you like. And now 18, 5. And now 18, 5. And now 18, 5. And now 18, 5. And 18, 5, 5, 5, 18, number 18,500 all out till then. I'm going to sell for 18,500. For 18,500. Thank you very much. We do appreciate. Buy number 216 buys. Buy dankie meneer Jooste. Well done, sir. Nou met 4 van hulle wees, have a look here, 4 van hulle, ladies and gentlemen. 2 colors agtergelos. Right, das 4 met 2 colors, die ander 2 moet nog kalf. 6 Ja, 6 maande. Die ander 2 is 6 maande en daar's 2 met colors. Daai 2 daar op baie kant, die rooi en die gele hierso op hierdie kant, is 6 maande, hulle moet nog kalf. Die 2 agter, hulle het colors daar agter, klein kalfies. Alright, and we're here. There's 2 cows with calves, that one and that one on that side, that are outside. They're small calves, that's why we didn't bring them in. This cow and that cow is pregnant, so we sell them as a unit, 18,500 online with Meerkat, asking 19,000. And we did better 18,500, 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, 18,500, asking 90,000, go, and now 18,500, 18,500, and now 18,500, asking 19,000, once, twice, all out, all done, gonna sell for 18,500, sold for 18,500, buy lucky, buy number 216. Die laaste lot PB, double B. Dis 2 keer 2017 models, maar kom ek sê julle manne, daar is nog baie jare en nog baie colors uit hulle, wat jy kan nog uit hulle kry. Bitter mooi koeie. Averies, jy wil nou begin boer met beeste en hy skape van jou los. Waar is dat? Ek sê net. Ek hoor net so iets gesê op vir my, dat ek net hoe om sê nie. Right, ons wag net vir die laaste tweeetjies. Ses maande dragtig, kyk 'n bietjie mooi, poene koeie as ek reg is. Kyk 'n bietjie mooi daarso, kyk die lengtes van lyf. Dreise asseblief manne, asseblief hier, dreise en kom if you can. Dit dreise lering in. Daar's twee van hulle 6 maande in kalf. Corneille, hier is nog jou kans. Aubrey, hier is nog jou kans. Moenie foute maak nie. Have a look, ladies and gentlemen. You tell me, 18,000 bit. Bitter mooi koeie. En dis hoekom hulle hier staan. 18,5. En nou 18,5. 18,500. Nummer 18,5. Lincoln Jani Pagati, lista make. 6 months pregnant. Don't miss out. Here's your chance. Make your lorry full. Innocent. Now's your chance to make your lorry full. 18,5. 19,000 a bit. With Innocent, 19,000. 19,000 a bit. And now 19, Nadir about 19. Nadir about 19, 19. And now 19,000 will be food. 19,5. Corneille, what about 20? And now 19,5. And now 19,5. 19,5. 19,5. 19,5. And now 19,5. 19,500. And now 20,000. Thank you, sir. And now 20,20 hit about 90. 20,000 a bit. And now 20,000 here. 20,20 hit about 90. 20,000 a bit. Many are US about Marcus Doe. And now 20,500. And now 20,500 here. 20,500. And now 20,500 on 80 about 80. 20,500 here. 20,500 all out. All done. Get us all for a 20,500. One. He's back. Almost. 21. Now asking 5. 21. 21,000 asking 5. I'll tell you what, I'll help you with the 250. The last lot of the day. If you want to be 21,250, I'll help you too. 21,250. Jy het my die hele dag gehelp. 21,250. At 21,250. 21,000 here. 21, gonna be one here, but 21,000 asking 250. 21,000 asking 250. Once, twice, all out, all done. Sold for the 21,000. Kom ons gee lekker aan die klap. Ladies and gentlemen, that concludes our sale. Thank you very much. There is still a couple of bulls not sold. If anyone is interested in buying more bulls, your buyer's number, sir, sorry, 29. Buy number 29. If anyone's interested in any more bulls, there are a couple of bulls not sold. But please, remember one thing. There's a reason we have starting prices. We are not going underneath those starting prices on the bulls. They are worth that and more. All right, so come and speak if you guys are still interested in bulls. Thank you very much to Meerkat Online, SHM, and Grassfields Beef for hosting the sale. Thank you to all the buyers. We do appreciate it. Bye, thank you on all our online buyers. And here's Rusty, thank you. Thank you very much.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your support today, coming out here today and bidding on our cattle. We believe the cattle that are going out to wherever they are in the country, they are going to do well, and they're going to, you're definitely going to come back to buy the cattle you've bought. Mbonga kakhulu nonke madoda ukuthi nifikile lapha namhlanje ngithengile impahla zakithi. Ngiyabonga ngesupport yethu. Thank you very much. And yeah, thanks very much. Baie dankie vir almal wat hier vandag was. Ladies and gentlemen, go well to your destinations, and thank you. Apologies, guys. Join us for something to eat, drinks, the back there. Yeah, please get some food. Thank you. Appreciate it.